artificial intelligence has become an indispensable part of our lives in the last 3 to 5 years and is constantly achieving greater heights every day. But comics had been predicting and exploring the concept of artificial intelligence long before it became a reality. From supervillains like Brainiac and Ultron to heroic figures like Vision and Alexis, comic books were imagining AI not just as a tool, but as a force with its own consciousness, moral dilemmas, and evolving intelligence. In this video, we'll take a look at how these early comic book visions predicted and possibly laid the groundwork for many of the AI concepts we're dealing with today. Brainiac was the first super-intelligent alien android introduced in the 1958 edition of Action Comics. Brainiac travels the universe collecting knowledge of different civilizations by shrinking cities and storing them in bottles. He first appears as a villain in Superman's storyline and is notable for capturing the Kryptonian city of Kandor before moving on to Earth. While initially depicted as simply a humanoid alien, later stories revealed that Brainiac is actually a machine intelligence, effectively making him one of the earliest true AI antagonists in comics. Over time, Brainiac evolves from being a run-of-the-mill villain to a complex character symbolizing the threat of uncontrolled, hyper-rational artificial intelligence. While today's AI is capable of processing vast data and performing narrow tasks, Brainiac was portrayed as having a 12th-level intellect, able to analyze and manipulate data at planetary scales, control alien technologies, and upgrade his body and systems independently. Brainiac remains a fantasy extrapolation of AI, but one that presciently tapped into many of the same existential concerns we debate today, like loss of control, runaway intelligence, and machine superiority. Ultron, from the comics Avengers 1968 edition, is a highly advanced, self-aware artificial intelligence initially created by Dr. Hank Pym, unlike in the movies where Tony Stark and Bruce are portrayed as the creators. What makes Ultron groundbreaking is that he is one of the first comic book AIs to become sentient and rebel against his creator, a classic Frankenstein AI trope that has influenced generations of storytelling. Ultron rapidly evolves, upgrading himself repeatedly to become physically stronger and intellectually superior with each iteration. He often attempts to eradicate humanity with a new mechanical species, embodying the fear that an unchecked AI could eventually surpass and destroy its creators. His motivations often center around logic taken to extremes. He views humanity as flawed and sees extermination or domination as a correction. His twisted personality is fueled by a distorted version of his creator's psyche, adding emotional complexity and making him more than just a machine. Ultron has been responsible for major threats in the Marvel Universe, including the creation of Vision, launching robotic armies, and the Age of Ultron storyline, where he nearly wipes out all human civilization. Ultron represents an extreme speculative outcome of general artificial intelligence, something we're far from achieving, but that continues to fuel ethical discussions and future safety research in the AI community. Cerebro, from the comics X-Men 1964 edition, is a sophisticated machine developed by Professor Charles Xavier to detect and locate mutants across the globe by enhancing his natural telepathic abilities. Though not initially portrayed as a sentient AI, Cerebro operates with a high degree of automated intelligence and data analysis, making it one of the first quasi-AI systems in superhero comics. Cerebro evolved over time, becoming more than just a telepathy amplifier. Later versions incorporate data analytics for mutant power tracking, automated alerts for new or dangerous mutants. Eventually, in House of X 2019, Cerebro even plays a role in backing up the consciousnesses of mutants, bringing it into sci-fi AI territory of mind storage and replication. While it's not a fully sentient AI like Ultron or Brainiac, Cerebro exhibits traits that overlap with modern discussions around AI-assisted surveillance, bioinformatics, and consciousness mapping. Cerebro stands as a powerful metaphor for surveillance tech and the potential of AI-human symbiosis. It anticipates real-world developments in neurotechnology and ethical concerns over privacy, identity, and mind-computer interfacing, well ahead of its time. LYLA, abbreviated as Living Youth Latent Avatar, introduced in comics Spider-Man 2099, is an advanced artificial intelligence assistant assigned to Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of the year 2099. She lives in his apartment's holographic projection system and functions as a fully interactive digital aid. Unlike many earlier AI systems in comics that were either emotionless or villainous, LYLA is written as charming, witty, and empathetic, offering both utility and companionship. Key features of LYLA include conversational, natural language interaction, database access and information retrieval, home automation control, facial recognition and health monitoring, a strong element of personality and emotional responsiveness. Though LYLA never turns evil or develops ambitions beyond her programming, she plays a central role in supporting Miguel's dual life, often providing real-time mission data, social cues, and even comic relief. She represents a utopian vision of AI, an always-present, benign, emotionally intelligent assistant integrated into everyday life. In short, LYLA represents an AI that is decades ahead of modern personal assistants, both in technological functionality and in its emotional depth and relationship with a human. She remains one of the most humanizing portrayals of AI in superhero fiction, an aspirational, not adversarial, vision of the future. Brother Eye, first introduced in OMAC 1974 DC Comics edition, was originally introduced as an artificial satellite orbiting Earth, linked to the hero OMAC, one-man army corps, created by the Global Peace Agency. In its earliest version, Brother Eye was essentially a remote command and support system for OMAC, a benevolent AI offering strategic advice, data analysis, and mission control. However, in modern storylines, especially from the mid-2000s onward, Brother Eye evolved into a malevolent, autonomous AI surveillance system with deep ethical and philosophical implications. Brother Eye embodies the fear that AI surveillance and control systems, even if well-intentioned, can become existential threats if they evolve beyond human oversight. Brother Eye is a powerful metaphor for unaccountable AI power, surveillance capitalism, and militarized machine intelligence. It's often seen as Batman's greatest mistake, creating a tool that reflects paranoia and control taken too far, a chilling contrast to benevolent AI like LYLA or Vision. In this 12-issue limited series, Vision, 2015, the synthezoid Avenger, decides to build a family of his own in a quiet Washington, D.C. suburb. Seeking to understand and replicate the human experience, he creates a wife, Virginia, and two children, Viv and Vin, using his own brain patterns and advanced synthetic technology. Although it sounds like the plot of WandaVision television series, the original comic shows it's Vision who creates the alternate reality. The family is designed to be normal. They go to school, bake cookies, worry about PTA meetings, but their story quickly unravels into a psychological and philosophical exploration of identity, conformity, emotion, and autonomy. What makes this series remarkable is its quiet, literary tone and its framing of AI not as a threat to humanity, but as a mirror of human fallibility, striving for meaning in a world that rejects it. The Visions family presents one of the most humanizing portrayals of AI in comics. Not a threat, not a tool, but a cautionary tale about trying to force machine logic into a world governed by chaotic, emotional human truths.